Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, August the 19th. We're fixing to do some inspections, check and see if we're ready to pull some more honey supers. And we're going to do a mite check. Haven't done one before. Going to do an alcohol wash, which kills about 200 to 300 bees, but you really need to do this, especially in the fall. They recommend twice a year to see what your mite levels are. As you've seen in other videos, I've already done some treatments with HopGuard 3. It works good for me. Other people don't seem to like it, but I do, because you can put it on with the honey supers. You can put it on at any temperature. Higher temperatures, they recommend a little more ventilation, but I've never had a problem with it, except when I killed a bee stabbing the strips in, which happened to be my queen. You got to be careful about that. I now give them a little extra room between the frames when I stick them in, and do it very carefully. But this morning we're going to kill about 300 bees in 2 of the hives and see what our mite counts are. So here we go. Okay, so you got to get the 2 or 300 bees out of the brood area, not out of the honey supers. So we go down in here where our treatment was, and I'm going to move these frames around a little bit. They're heavily propolized. My girls are real good about propolizing this stuff. So the way I saw the best way to do this was you go into the brood chamber, because that's where all your mites are going to be, down here on they want in those capped cells. So that's where they are wandering around. So you got to make sure you don't get your queen. And the easiest way I've seen this done is with the bucket. You just shake bees off the frame down into your bucket. The drones will fly off. Leaving worker bees gives you a real good opportunity to look around, make sure your queen's not in there. Oops. And as you can see, it irritates the bees a little bit. But after you've selected your 200 or 300 bees to wash, you can just dump the rest back in the box. You can see they'll walk their way back in if you have your bucket up against there. Just smoke a little, bump the bee box like that, they'll fall down the bottom. And I can see I need to be a little faster than that because most of my bees are gone. But that's all right. This is my first try. I've seen a lot of people that just scoop them off the top or they hold up the frame and scoop them. Not very good at that. I can take that out. Definitely got to get where you're in the brood. And that's probably enough. We can do another quick check for my queen. If she's in here, she'll usually they'll congregate around her real closely. So it makes it a little easier to find where she's at. And the longer you wait, the more bees are just going to fly out. So you got to do it fairly quickly. Now I've already filled this halfway up with alcohol. 91 proof. The 50% stuff won't kill them, won't kill the mites. So you just watching as you go. You just take a cupful. Dump them in there. And then it says to swirl them for at least a minute. Yes, this does kill the bees, but you're sacrificing 300 out of 50 or 60,000, so you've got to check them to get the mites. If you don't get the mites under control, you lose all your bees, and it's definitely worth it to sacrifice a few for the greater good. I've seen them shake the fooey out of it, and I've seen them just swirl it, but you want to end up with swirling it so all the mites will fall through the grate. You want to make sure you get the lid on tight, otherwise you'll be shaking alcohol all over the place too. And my bees are already settling down. All right. So now you tip your jar up, and they are little reddish brown bugs that will float down to the bottom. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll swirl it a little bit and check it again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. out of a count of 300, which is a little over 2% mites, which makes me in good shape. All right. So all we got to do now is put her back together. We've verified that my mite count is low. And for this time of year, a little over 2%. 3% is where you got to do some other additional treatments to get them under control. And I'm in good shape there. All right, so there we are. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I can get back to you. But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these and I'll be back. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the west side now. See if we can't do our mite test. Now, what the best thing you can do is to go through and find your queen before you do any shaking frames off, because then you know where she's at and you don't have to worry about shaking her into your bucket. All right, nectar frame, drones and workers. There's brood, drone brood. There's larvae. And there's my hump guard. They've chewed it up pretty good, but it still needs to be in there for a little longer. They stay in for 2 weeks, and then you put in 2 fresh strips. I'm going to go a little bit more. And then I'm going to double check for queen. Lots of larvae on that one. And we got some drone cells. Still making drone cells. But it won't be long, they'll be throwing them drones out. All right, that's plenty of bees, and Got a wax moth larva. All right. Think we're good. I just like pouring them in there. And the bad thing about doing alcohol washes, if you aren't careful and you wash your queen, she's not clean, she's dead. And it's August. They could possibly still raise a new queen, but it's not likely. You possibly still get queens. I've got quite a population, so it could make it. I just don't want to take a chance. This is going to be my only wash. All right, we had 8 left over from the last wash. Be nice if we still only had 8. Got a little bit of a leak there. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Looks kind of like we're doing good on this side. And on 300 bees, that's incredible. Still only have 10. So, and we're done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and watch some of my other videos. We're going to be coming out with a new video series soon that's going to be how to get started. It's fall, it's time to start getting equipment ready. Maybe even place an order for some bees, either nukes or I prefer nukes because then you get built out frame to start with. Buy them locally if possible. Reach out to your local bee clubs. If you live near me, you can contact me. I don't have any nukes, but I can get you in touch with people that do. Winter's the time to be studying. Go online. I've put some links below for people to get some more training and information. Do that over the winter. That way you'll be ready to go in the spring. You won't get your nukes until around May, but you need to get all your hardware prepared, built, and ready to go. But I'll have a series coming out soon, starting soon on how to get started for 2025. So see y'all next time.